Chris Orsini here, and today we're diving deep into the 1200 plus templates in designs. So I'm gonna just go ahead and get rid of myself here because that gets in the way. So what we're gonna do once we're in Command is click Designs here on the left. This gets us into the Designs applet. Now this first page here is your design template. So if this is the first time you're going in here, this is going to be completely blank. Don't be caught off guard. A lot of people have thought, hey, I don't have any templates. It's because you haven't created any yet. So this is going to be blank. Now up here, these are the filters. So if we want to see just our social templates, we can click on that, print, so on and so forth. Now to create a new template, we're going to click the plus button at the bottom right. And we're going to choose between social and print. Email, we'll circle back to that at a later time. Now, if we click this import photos and text from a listing checkbox, this will connect us with KWLS and pull any data on listings for you. I'm going to check that off just to show you what it looks like. And if we create designs, it's going to pull this drawer out and where you can start searching for property. I don't have any listings, so I'm not going to use this right now. I'm going to X out, and it's still going to take us into the editor. Now this is the WeBrand editor, and you're going to see at the column on the left, this is going to give us the template categories. And then up here, we have the different formats. So we have for LinkedIn, Instagram stories, Twitter, Instagram, so on and so forth. We even get some site hero images. Keep in mind, everything here is going to be for web use. So this is the social, and if we had clicked print, it would be print use. So we're going to be looking at flyers, door hangers, business cards, so on and so forth. A great place to get started is here in Business Basics, and you can create an email signature that looks fantastic. This is what I use. If you've ever gotten an email from me, you've probably seen that in the bottom, and this is where I created it. So I'm just going to go into, let's say, a for sale template. And let's just, there's another one that's fantastic. Let's go into open house templates. This is a fun one to use. I like this one. So what we would do is we click on the use button, and it's going to bring us into the editor. And so let's break this down a little bit. We have this file button to click save. We can also show grid or show bleed. Which bleed is going to be something for print, so we wouldn't worry about that right now. We can look at the different versions. Of course, I haven't edited this yet, so there are no versions. There's an undo and redo button here. This is going to be the name, so let's just change this to test. This is to download. We can download either in JPEG, PNG, or PDF. We have this share option, but this isn't something you want to use to share on social media. It's going to share the project and not the image itself. So you do want to just download it and post it to social media. And then if you click done, this is going to take you back out to all the templates. We have this side column here for images, text, icons, logos, and if you didn't choose your listing at the beginning, you still can go back and look up listings here with KWLS. You can also look up neighborhood snapshots, which is really cool. Let's just look up Palmer and drop down. We've got these really cool market snapshot templates. So first off, I want to show you the library here. Now, if we're in images and my library, we can see this add to library button here. This is fantastic. We have 5 different areas. We have details where we can put all your information. So I can put my name. And so anytime my name is pulled somewhere, it will pull from that. And I can just swap out name fields to put my name in, so on and so forth. Text, this is if you have taglines or mission or vision that you want to use frequently in graphics. We have the images that we're going to use. So for instance, I put my headshot in here. I did both cropped and full. Any other logos that you have and use frequently, you want to put them in here, and as well as backgrounds. Now, I said logos before for images. There's this logo section where this is where I have put our DBA logo. And then we have brand kit. I think this is awesome. You can load the colors for your brand into here, as well as upload the fonts. You would click that and upload the font that you use for your branding. So now if we wanted to add my headshot here, say, I could just click add, and it's going to add the photo, and I can scale it down. If you've ever used anything like WeBrand or Google Sheets, this should feel familiar. You can always delete it. And something that is kind of cool is that when you delete a photo, it doesn't delete the placeholder. So if you did want to create a template and maybe you don't have the photos yet of the property, but you know how you want the template to look, you can put the photos where you want them and just simply delete the photos and leave the placeholder. Now we have different categories here. We have company stock images, which we can pull from. There's tons and tons and tons of families here. And then if we wanted to add our own photos, we can add them here. Very cool options. We have Google Drive, which I've used a number of times, as well as connecting to Facebook, pull images from Facebook. If we want to add text, we can pull it here, and you'll see it's pulling my information from my marketing profile and the information that I put in to the library. Now, we have icons, which we can use. So this would be the icons that you added. We have company icons, and then a ton of stock icons that you can pull from. So even Facebook logos and stuff. We have our logos. This is where I've put our DBA and KW. It's cool. We even have labs logos and just basic Keller Williams logos. Oh, and these are new. I haven't seen these yet. That's pretty cool. And then, like I said, KWLS, we can pull our listing information and market snapshots. So let's get into the actual editing. So we want to, first, we'll notice we have a DBA placeholder. Now what I'm going to do is go into my logos, into my library, and you'll see that I have my DBA logos here. And I'm seeing that, this is a dark background, so I probably don't want to use a logo with dark lettering. So I'm going to go with the white lettering, and I can do one of two things. I can click this replace logo once this is selected, or I can drag and drop over it, and you'll see, look, it automatically replaces it for me. And then I can move it around or resize it as I wish. If we want to change the text, we can just double click on the text block and change it. You'll see this is two different text blocks, so you'll have to double click on either one, and we can just highlight and rename it. And do as we wish. We can even spin it around if we so desire. Now to change these photos out is as simple as we did the DBA. I'm going to click on here. Let's just look at the company stock photos that we get, and I'm just going to drag and drop. Drag and drop, and I can just do this freely, see which area I like it in better, and maybe I don't want, or I could also click on a photo and then click on this replace button and just see which one I like best. So now that I've done some editing to this photo, I am going to download it. Before I go there, I missed this part here. Now, we've got these options where we can draw directly on here. So I could put, say this, I wanted it to stand out a little better, because now that I changed the photo, that white kind of disappears. I'm going to make a rectangle that goes behind it. It's a little larger than I wanted, but let's just leave that there for now. I'm going to click on the rectangle, and now we have these arrange buttons. I'm going to click arrange, and I'm going to send backwards until I see my Keller Williams logo pop up. I can even resize it a hair, move it to where I'd like it, and that's better, isn't it? There, There we go. We also have shapes, frames, so we can put in our placeholders if we'd like, as well as just adding a text box.
Oh, thank you.
Undo that. And you'll see this text box is here. We can drag and drop it and change the title or change the text as we want. Or I can simply just delete it. Now, when we do click on an image, you'll see this changes. We have different options. We have repositioning. So this is repositioning the crop. So I want to give these kids their legs back. So I'm just going to drag this back up, give them their legs back, click done. That's a little better, right? And also, we also have filters where we can kind of change the look of our photos, or even go in advance, brighten it up, darken it, change the saturation, have fun with this. Just to keep in mind with these sort of adjustments, less is always more. We don't want to kind of overdo it and end up with something wacky like this. That just doesn't look great, does it? And then we have opacity. Now, opacity is how transparent a photo is, or an image. So if you'll see, as I bring this down, this looks like it's lightning, but if there were something behind it, it would be coming. You'd be able to see it better. A better example is here with this this white circle. If we change the opacity here, you'll notice you'll see more of what's behind it. I do want to bring that opacity down a hair. Right. Then we have our transform options where we can rotate or we can flip it. We have our arrange options. If I send this to the top, you'll see it overlays that. And now I just send it backwards until it's where I want it. We change the margins and how it's aligned. We can duplicate, which I don't really want to. Or just delete or lock it in place so we can't make any adjustments to it. Which I need to use this more often. I always find myself dragging stuff accidentally. So I've completed this and now I want to download it. I'm going to choose JPEG, drag that up to 100%, and then download it. Now when you do click download, you're going to notice it doesn't do anything for a second. You have to, it needs to process, and then you'll see the download comes up. I'm going to save it and click done. And now it's going to come back out to my design templates, and you'll see there it is. Now say I wanted to go and post this on social media, I can just jump over here to campaigns, click social posts, and if your Facebook page is connected, we can either create a new campaign or choose to look at this by month, and then click on the day you want to post it and upload it here. And then just click publish post. I hope this has been helpful. If you have any questions or run into any difficulties, please feel free to reach out to me. You can do so by finding me on KW Connect, Christopher Orsini. You can always comment below. You can find me on YouTube and comment there as well. Or you can just shoot me an email, orsinicchris@kw.com. I'm more than happy to help.